Hey everyone, welcome to this beginner drawing lesson. Grab the worksheet that's below, either print it out or bring it into your software or just copy it off a screen. In this lesson, we're going to learn how to draw the basic forms. In the previous lesson, we learned how to draw shapes, and we use the different shapes to combine them to create something more complex. Forms are the same way, except forms are 3D, which is a very powerful tool if you're someone who wants to learn how to draw from imagination. So at the top of this worksheet, we have our basic forms. We have our sphere, our box, our cylinder. And once we learn how to use those, we can combine them in interesting ways and expand upon this knowledge in a way that is super powerful. If you want to be able to draw from your imagination, this is tremendously powerful, very similar to the shapes. So let's start off with our sphere. For this, I want you to copy these examples. So you want to draw the outside, the circle first, and then we want to draw those inside lines. We're drawing through the form. So imagine that you had, let's say you had this ball right here. This is a kneadable eraser, a little bit of a ball. Imagine if you cut through it or you could see through it. That is what we're trying to draw. And what this will teach you is how to draw forms in perspective. And once you have that knowledge, it's easier to imagine how a form would look and how you could turn the shape. So imagine that you learn how to draw this sphere at different angles. You can imagine adding a box to it. And now suddenly you're able to draw a head at multiple different angles, which is why it's so powerful. But at the same time, do not put so much pressure on yourself to do this perfectly. Even if you just understand this knowledge kind of loosely without being able to copy perfectly, it's completely fine. It will still be very useful to you, especially if you're a beginner. If you're new to this, be very gentle with yourself. This is not a skill that's easy to learn or quick to learn. So I want you to copy from these examples, but take your time. Now I'm going to go through all the pages and explain them all, and then you could go and sit and work with these. Take your time with this. Don't force it. If you ever feel bored, take a break, come back to it. But this is a powerful skill. So try to feel excited about it. Try to spark curiosity towards it, right? Because it is interesting. It is interesting if you think about it, like, oh, I'm actually creating the illusion of something 3D on the page. It's actually quite interesting. So copy these examples. You can see how the inside lines are the inside of the ball and you're drawing through the form. So that's page number 1. We have our spheres and then we have our cut spheres. Now, instead of seeing through the sphere, we're actually making them so that you have some opacity, right? Like it's as if it's a solid object. So you have all of these sliced pieces of fruit is maybe how you want to think of them. I like to think of them as apples, even though apples are never this circular, but that helps. And you can see how I've drawn the surfaces, right? So where the shading is where it's solid. So copy those examples and pay close attention to the curves. Spheres are tricky because those curves aren't super intuitive. So when you're copying it, it's going to take practice. It's going to come out messy. Be forgiving with yourself. So copy this worksheet. That's page number 2. And this is exactly what I'm talking about. On this page, we're going to combine multiple spheres to draw a snowman. And you can see here that I can draw this snowman at different angles using these spheres. Because a snowman is kind of spherical in shape, once you know how to draw 2 spheres together, you can turn it in your head. Now, obviously, these aren't super perfect, but you can see how this skill is useful. And snowmen are perfect because they're a little bit more organic, so you can draw them in a messy way. So I want you to copy from these examples, draw that top circle. So you have one sphere, combining it with another sphere. And don't worry about making them perfect. I specifically chose a more organic object so that you don't feel super pressured into making it perfect. Be loose with it. It's more about understanding the concept. One thing that I want you to pay close attention to on this snowman is these overlapping lines. You got these lines here that are overlapping that show you which of the spheres on top and which spheres underneath, right? So because these lines are here, you can see that this sphere is on top and it tells you a little bit about the perspective. Now that is a complicated concept. So if you don't understand it right away, it's completely fine. Don't stress about it. I'm just going to plant that seed in your mind because over time, overlap is going to become more and more important in terms of describing the form, right? So here, let me just show you an example right now. If I take this, right, let's take my kneadable eraser here and put this on top of here. Yeah, hopefully this is, I'm not sure if this is going to be super visible on the camera, but you can just use your imagination a little bit here, that this sphere, because this ball is on top of this ball, this line right here overlaps the line underneath it. So you want, if I was to draw this, I would draw the top of it first, right, like that, and then the underneath part underneath that. So these lines overlap on top of the bottom, right? So you can tell that that's above the other one. Plant that idea in your mind. If that feels like super complicated, let it go, relax. We'll come back to it. It takes some time. These are lessons and concepts that take a long time to understand, but we want to start to plant those seeds right now. So that's page number 3. Page number 4, we have boxes. Draw some boxes, draw some straight lines. Don't worry about getting those lines perfect. I just want you to start to familiarize yourself with the idea, right? So that was a horrible box. I'm so sorry. I'm not the best at talking and drawing at the same time, So it's not the best box ever, but there you go. That's a box. Copy these examples. Notice how you can sense that this is the top of the box. And anytime you see the top of the box, you don't see the bottom of the box, right? So you're always seeing perspective. This is why boxes are so powerful in terms of learning how to draw perspective, is because they teach you so much about the illusion of space on the page. So you can see that this box, for example, it feels like you're looking up at it, right? That's why you can see the underside. But this one, it feels like you're looking down at it. So pay attention to that as you draw these boxes. Like, wait, it feels like I know where it's oriented in space relative to the viewer. This is something to think about as you do this. Copy those examples. And then we have a speaker. So you can see how drawing a box, adding a little bit of detail, suddenly you have speakers, you have sound systems. Like, it's just such a strong, useful building block for learning how to draw. So copy those examples. We're just adding a circle, a little bit of detail in the front, and suddenly you have all of this stuff. That's, how amazing is that? Drawing is so fun. Like, it's so satisfying to learn these concepts and then apply them. It's going to be a little bit frustrating at first when you're learning how to draw, because just making the illusion on the page is challenging. But keep reminding yourself how fun this is and how powerful this skill is. So copy these examples on page 5. On page 6, we have cylinders. So you basically have like a circle that's extended down, right? So if you look at a glass or anything that is like cylindrical, it's useful if you have a glass in hand. You just look at it. That's a cylinder, basically. Copy these examples, Coke cans, that type of thing. Very useful tool. When you learn how to draw anatomy, knowing how to draw a cylinder is tremendously helpful. You can even look at it and you can imagine that these would become arms, or at least the building blocks towards arms and legs and all that type of stuff. Copy that on page number 6. Page number 7, we're going to use cylinders, combine them together to draw this like coffee cup type thing, right? So if you draw one cylinder, a long cylinder, and then a smaller tight cylinder on top, and then a little bit of detail here where the hole is, suddenly you have a coffee cup. That's all it takes. You can see how powerful this tool is when you're trying to learn how to draw. As soon as you know how to draw a cylinder, suddenly you know how to do all of this other stuff, right? So that's page number 7. This is very similar to the shapes lesson. If you did the previous lesson with the shapes, this is very similar, where you have these building blocks that you're putting together. Now let's do a little bit more complicated thing here, right? On page 8, we're going to take a box, add cylinders to the bottom, and suddenly we have some drawers. Now, you haven't done this yet. Obviously, there's a lot of worksheets. You're going to have practice. So if this is stressing you out for a second, take a breath, take a breather. Remember that you have plenty of time to practice. If any of these worksheets feel complicated, just stay on that worksheet, stay on that lesson, practice it, do it in your sketchbook, and just go over it over and over again. Like, you have plenty of time. These lessons are so powerful. The more time you spend with them, the more you learn, and there's no rush. But I'm just going over it now so that we can you can watch this through and then come back to it later. So just add the 4 legs at the bottom, right? Draw through the form, right? So here you can see through the form. I've shown you what the transparency looks like, but then when you actually draw the actual thing, you erase away those lines. So it's useful to like try to practice that, like knowing how to draw through the form. So that's page number 8. Page number 9, we're drawing some deer, some simple, basic deer using cylinders and boxes. Now, obviously, this is like a simplified, cute way of doing it, but this teaches you how to draw animals. Isn't that amazing? Just in a couple of pages, this is page number 9, we've learned concepts that get us here. Now, you're not going to be able to do this perfectly right off the bat, but the tools are here, the skills are here. Isn't this beautiful? Just take a moment. This is why drawing is so magical. It's you combine these concepts and suddenly you can do so much. I'm so excited for you to learn this. It is frustrating at times because these aren't easy skills to learn. I want to remind you that none of this is natural. Learning how to draw 3D forms on a flat piece of paper is a very unique skill. So don't expect yourself to know it. It's not like learning how to walk. It's not something that you've done your entire life, but very powerful skill, very powerful tool. Just follow the steps on the page. You can see that just a box, cylinders in a box. When you know how to do them in perspective, you can combine them in different ways. This is what I was talking about earlier. And then finally, we have a practice page where I want you to just explore more forms and have fun with it. The better you get at drawing forms, the easier it will be to draw literally anything. So you'll be able to draw figures from this stuff. You'll be able to draw literally anything. And this is what I go through in the big drawing bundle that's linked below. I'll teach you how to learn how to draw the different forms and how you can apply them to different things using similar exercises. So if you find that these types of worksheets and this way of learning how to draw is effective for you, check out the bundle below, but do not do it until I've built trust with you. Like if this is the first time you've watched one of my videos and done one of my tutorials, take your time, go through some of the free stuff and see if it works for you. But if it does work for you, check out the big drawing bundle that's linked below. We'll go through figure drawing bundle. There's the beginner's toolkit within the bundle that's very useful for this specific skill. Getting comfortable with forms, because the more comfortable you are with forms, the easier it is to draw literally anything, even if you want to do something stylized. So getting that foundation down as a beginner is very, very helpful, which is why I built that course. So you can see here, you can literally draw almost anything from forms. And then we have the floral artist, which is also included in that if you want to learn how to draw beautiful flowers so that you can make cards for your mom or loved ones like that. That is such a fun way of expressing love for someone, is learning how to draw and making beautiful cards. So that is the floral artist, which is included in the big drawing bundle. And then you have these cute characters. One of the things that I value highly is learning technical skills through fun. So I try to make them as fun as possible. Some exercises are maybe a little bit boring, but I try to make them fun so it is exciting. And then we have portrait drawings. There's a portrait drawing bundle, very beginner friendly. So if that sounds interesting to you, check out the big drawing bundle that is linked below. But remember, take your time, do the free stuff, see if this way of learning is effective for you. And then I would love to see you in the big drawing bundle if it makes sense. I'll see you in the next lesson.